If you grew up around the era of PS2 video games, you might have seen all the Nickelodeon video games that are being released, a lot of them by THQ and Nick Games. A few notable mentions for this era would be Nicktoons Unites, which was essentially Infinity War before Infinity War existed but with the Nicktoon characters.
Exactly.
Gil Hammerstein speaking. Sure. It's so nice to... Okay, yes, sir. The plans are all in place. I'm down at the Mermalair set now, and I am confident we have found the... Yes, sir. I'm aware how important the anniversary special of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is, and I'm completely convinced... Yes, sir. Sure. We'll put all the contestants through their paces, see how they do in the 3 scenes, and the one that performs the best will get the part. Yes, sir. And the most popular contender overall will get the coveted supervillain role. Good one, pal. I am so sorry, sir. So sorry I called you that. I just got a bit carried away with the moment. It won't happen again. Yes, sir. Okay. Just leave it to me. I'll take care of everything. Miss Pennington, get me the first contest host on the line. No!
Gil, surprise, is a reference towards Steven Spielberg. He's a movie producer inside of the game who is working to make the Mermaid Maiden and Barnacle Boy movie a reality. He is a short-tempered man. Throughout the entire show, he relies on different individuals to test the, how would he say it? I guess you could say worthiness of these actors. But when you actually watch or should I say play the game, he's not judging them by their acting skill. He's like making them do minimum wage work and then seeing how they do that minimum wage work. Like, he has them cooking burgers, flipping massive bags of flour and barrels of what I'm going to assume rum inside of the Krusty Krab. He's having them do all kinds of nonsensical things like take orders and bring food out to the customers in time, and having them inflate their bodies as like some kind of weird fetish and start jumping up and down using air to like levitate themselves into baskets and throw fishing rods into the ocean to grab debris. It's none of this has anything to do with actual acting. It makes no sense what any of these sub quests, I guess you could say, or little mini games have any relation to him making a movie. Like, I get that they're trying to find the best actor for a waitress role at the beginning, so like, of course you're going to be giving them roles like, oh, well, let's see how well you are at actually being a waiter. Let's see how well you are at that kind of stuff. That doesn't really make sense for an actor's role, but I guess it does connect. But then on the beach, you have all these different ones, and all you're just a minion of the bad guy who just sits there near an ice cream person sitting there with a radio. Oh man, we got an issue, boss. Like, here, I'll play the clip now, but it's hilarious.
Diggity, boss, you're on the tube. Sure, I can watch TV and work at the same time. Here's what I see. Critter. Couple of super people. Critter with the cone. Could have sworn I saw some oldies.
Greetings, sea creature.
Jiminy biscuits!
What can I get you, gentlemen? Kelp sundae? Sea cucumber split?
Information on any of the major supervillains?
Super what now? No, I'd like 2 scoops of high-fiber ice cream with Brussels sprout sprinkles.
Oh, thought you might have been looking for a supervillain. Someone hermit-like, bit sneaky.
There's a sale on underpants.
I gotta tell you, that's probably my favorite part of the entire game. That one fish. That one fish. The guy is just like, are you sure about that? Do you want information about bad guys? He's just an ice cream seller and he just sends them off in the wrong path afterwards. It's great. It's great. Probably my favorite character. But nonetheless, I just want to make a shout out to that one character. I love that part. But every time that you finish up a section, Gil calls the person in charge of watching the group, which happens for every single level, which has about 3 different mini games all in all. And it goes along like this. I'll show you guys Larry the Lobster's version.
Larry, how did the beach tryouts go?
They were awesome. The little guys tried their hearts out.
And who was the winner?
Sandy Cheeks is the queen of the sand.
Sandy Cheeks, eh? Yeah, I'm sure she's got him after those beach tryouts. Get Miss Cheeks down to wardrobe.
They had to have known that. They had to have laughed. They had to when they're saying that. They had to. There's no way. There's no way. So every single round that you win or lose, the character who wins gets put into the movie, and it changes every time someone wins. You could have SpongeBob in one role, Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Plankton, Patrick. I think that's all of them. Might be wrong. You could have any of those guys as one of the roles inside of the show. It's insane. You have so many combinations for the movie. So many different mix and matches. Because you could win one, and then you could have someone else win another. Then you can win another one. You can have someone else win another. Every time you play through, it's not necessarily the same thing. Because if you lose a round enough points to where someone else wins, then you have a whole different movie. As a kid, I spent so much time trying to make Sandy Cheeks the only actor in the entirety of just all of it. Like, literally the only one that ever had a role in the movie. And it was hilarious. It was just Sandy. Just them talking to Sandy and then being confused and being like, wait, what about the character we saw down at the beach? That was suspicious. And then, like, they see the same character 2 seconds later taking their order. And then they see the same character 2 seconds later doing something else. And they see the same character over and over again. And then it turns out, oh yeah, I am also this super sneaky lobster, whatever the hell it's called. It's insane. It's insane. And if you win enough roles, or if you're like the majority of the roles, because all of them are kind of sneaky and suspicious, except for the waitress one, that's not really related to the story. But anyway, all of them are pretty sneaky and suspicious. Eventually, you become the big bad evil guy at the end, and it's just like this awesome conclusion. This is a great game, amazing game. And the best part is that it's multiplayer, so you can fight against your friends. I think you can only do 2 players. No, you could do 4. You could do 4 actually. Looking at the screen, you could have all 4 of your friends if you had 4 friends. I highly doubt you do. It's 2021, but you could have all 4 friends playing together, contesting against one another, trying to win, and then just have a fun time making stories together. It's fun. This is a great game. I love the concept behind it. I gotta say, this game by itself is just as good as modern games, with just the fun aspect and the replayability of it. Not only that, but all the levels, I can't think of any level that I thought was absolutely garbage. A single level where I didn't like it. I can't. I can't. All the mini games are fun. Every single movie scene with all different characters were unique and interesting, and they were always different based on whoever won. I really do hope that future games take these kinds of just fun, story driven content, just mini games and everything like that. I hope there are games like this in the future. Because modern games, most of the time, the ones that I see on forefront, or just following a trend of wanting to be this AAA, amazing, top tier experience with HD, 3D graphics, and all that stuff. But this game is just great. It's a great experience. It's a fun time, and it's not anything extraordinary. It's just a bunch of mini games put together, and then they connect the mini games to the overarching story of the game itself. I've seen a lot of PS2 games like this, but none of them have been this good. The only other PS2 game I can think of was this horrible Bible game I used to play that I can't even find today, looking up on the Google, So I have it somewhere in my house, but it's it's a great experience. It was very common back in the day for these kind of games to exist. Just, the whole what would you call it? I guess you could say the whole minigame infused genre. I don't know if it has a name. I looked it up and it did not come up as something that was labeled. Like, what are minigame games called? And I just got mobile games. So I'm not sure what this kind of genre is called, but it doesn't exist anymore. And that's unfortunate. Or if it does exist, it doesn't exist in the public eye, far in the front, the way that games like Battlefront or Call of Duty or any other crappy high budget games. I really do hope that these kind of games like this, the simplistic fun of this comes back to the playing world, like the gaming world, because this is what we need. We need fun games like this. I know this kind of thing was taken and put into like Mario Party, for example. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's a common genre, but I've never seen a mini game that just you make a movie that's so unique to this game. At least I believe so. I've never heard of anyone talk about this kind of story before in a video game. If you have, let me know. That's fantastic. I could hope, but I haven't. And if it does come to fruition that modern games are kind of following this kind of thing where like it's a mini game but it has an important story behind it, that's great. I hope so. It's such a unique idea and I love it. I cherish this. Uh Nonetheless, a closing note to this video, because I am still learning how to edit and I can't make long videos just yet. This is great. This is my childhood, just running around playing mini games all day, mix matching, doing whatever however you want to do. And I think the PS2 era of video games allowed for that. There was just a relaxing vibe to PS2 video games where you could sit back, play a game, chill. It's fine. You can fail. It's fine. Doesn't matter. You're good. It's a PS2 video game. And then when you got to the harder sections of video gaming, like modern games, it's like, I died. Now I'm gonna be miserable for an hour. Or, man, I didn't get my perfect 2,653 point score. Man, my day's ruined. Or my KDA went down. It's good to go back and play a relaxing game. And oftentimes, those relaxing games, Jack and Dexter, um, any of the Nicktoon games, a few others. The only thing I can think of that is like the opposite of that is Monster Hunter on PS2. But yeah, the PS2 era was great. I think we need to look back at it and think about game design and how high strung and fast games are now versus old game design where everything was just kind of fun and chill. And I think that we should look back and be like, hey, why don't we just make fun games like that? Just relax. You know? I know there's small developers that do that, but the big companies, for the most part, don't. They're worried about high quality games that will last for generations to come. The quality surpasses all. It's gotta be HD graphics, but it doesn't have to. You don't need an amazing graphics to make a good game. You don't need an impeccable story with no issues whatsoever. Plot hooks, galore, plot holes just non-existent. It's okay to have a game that's subpar as long as it's fun. As long as you come out off of it enjoying yourself. And that's what I think SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants truly is. A fun experience, a relaxing experience, and the pinnacle of PS2 game. Well, not the pinnacle. One of the pinnacles, I should say. Because in general, I really can't think of many PS2 games that sucked. PS2 was the pinnacle of gaming. Not gonna lie. Even though I don't really play PlayStation anymore.